Hi everybody and welcome back. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into this video. We're going to be moving pretty fast. We're going to take 8 ounces of cream cheese, and it could be any brand. This is the store brand, and I'm going to just put it in a bowl, and then I'm going to take 15 ounces of what is it? Ricotta. And then I'm going to take about 12 ounces because I'm going to eat some because I like cottage cheese. But I'm going to take 12 ounces of cottage cheese and I'm going to pour it in that same bowl. Oh, all right, so now I got the cottage cheese. I got the ricotta cheese and some cream cheese all in this little bowl right here. Now, what I'm going to do is just kind of mash it all down there, in there together. Now, when it's all said and done, it's going to just give us the best consistency. Something else I'm going to show you guys is how to really get a nice, good pool when it comes to the cheese in the middle. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But anyway, after I begin to mix that together, I take and I go ahead and I add me some seasonings in it. Some of it for color, some of it literally for flavor. Okay, what we're going to start with is some Italian seasoning. So to this, we're going to add about, we're not going to be stingy. Y'all know I like my stuff seasoned. Let's just go in. Two fat tablespoons of there. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna take a whole box of lasagna noodles. I'll be honest, lasagna is something I don't like the store brand in, but it's just times are really hard right now. So I guess it's like everybody, we just gotta get it where we can. And so we got the store brand here, but the reason why I don't like the texture of store brand pasta, it's something I don't like. But you're going to take all that and put it in your big mama pot so that it'll get just barely soft. I do not want it flipping all around town. Okay, what I will tell you guys is that always make sure you got you some water in a cup that is very near hot water because you're cooking hot food. You don't add all of a sudden cold water to a hot meal, especially not no beans or something. You know, don't do that. And we'll talk about that later and why. But today, I just want to make sure you guys know to have some hot water available to you. All right, so now here I have added probably a cool 2 heaping teaspoons of Italian seasoning already. This meat right here, I had already started browning it before I thought I'm going to record this recipe. So I decided to put my foot into this meal tonight and just get busy on it. So anyway, we're going to add some Shake It by Gina, which is me. All-purpose seasoning, shakeitbygina.com is where you'll find, and I only have a few bottles left. I'm changing manufacturers, so that's in the works as well. So anyway, I'm going to be hurry a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to add about a tablespoon of that. Remember guys, you can be wild with Shake It because of the fact that it does not contain a whole bunch of salt. I'm looking right now at even this Lowry's Reduced Sodium. And let me see how much sodium is in here. 270 milligrams. You're going to look in the Shake It and the sodium content, which should be if they're bigger. Let's see here. Get close, 150 milligrams. So yeah, you could use more of this and you're gonna get better flavor anyway because you don't have to wait for the salt to taste to go out of your mouth before you taste even an onion flavor. But I love Lowry's. So done. That's why it's in my cabinet still. Because that's old school, honey. And this is a pound, well, this is a total of 3 pounds of meat, 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 pound of Italian sausage. It is not sweet though. I'm gonna go ahead and take and pour about 1 cup of water into there with that meat. And in the meantime, I still have my cheeses out because I want them to go to full room temperature. I was going to tell you guys is over here where y'all see all my seasonings and stuff is because I'm making a new seasoning. I've consulted with my family and people who's close with me. So I have been sampling out a couple of different spicy ones. Now, I will be honest, my spicy should have actually launched in August. And it just did not happen for me. To this meat, I'm gonna add like a lot of minced onion because I kind of thought about cutting up some onions, but now me don't feel like it. I'm so tired. That ain't it right now. Okay, that's what's the delay. This is some garlic powder though. I do want some of that in there. I want to be nice to it. Let's say 1 teaspoon. I want 3 shakes of red pepper because 3 shakes is enough for me. Now, if you like yours real spicy, do that. If you don't like it no spicy, don't do that. Okay. So the next thing is some garlic salty, different flavor from garlic powder. Now remember, to this point, we only have the shake it in there. And with shake it, we can add other things to it if you want to. We're gonna go in and we're gonna add in some tomato paste. 1 small can of it, 6-ounce can is fine. You can do a bigger can, or if you only have a bigger can, just use half of it. Or you could, if I had a bigger can, I'd use all of it. So in this, so far we got the tomato paste, and then we're gonna add in 3 cans of tomato sauce, and these cans are 15 ounces. So 3 15-ounce cans. You know what this tells me? That I should have used a bigger pot, but okay. Okay, I'm going to want your pasta pretty firm. I don't want it like mushy, period. Because this still has to cook in an oven, a real hot oven with sauces around it. Sauces are gonna make it sink. They're gonna go into this. They're gonna like sink into this pasta itself. That's why I halfway cooked it. I didn't even cook it halfway. It's way harder than al dente. So basically what I want you to do is bring your water to a boil, turn your water off, drop your pasta and leave it there for about 2 minutes, turn it off, and then drain it within 5. So you should be at a total of 6 minutes that your pasta was in the hot water. Okay guys, yes, I was going to tell you guys this little really quick update on Shake It is that I was mixing all night. So I had 1 Cajun, 1 Creole. Now the Creole is herby and earthy, but spicy and salty. It's hecka good. What we're going to do, we're going to check out our sauce. And we're going to see if it has a good flavor. Remember, I believe I only used, I may have used a little garlic salt. That's such a good flavor. I hate to put anything else to it, but I'm going to add a little bit more Shake It. How about a teaspoon? I know y'all like, dang, well, we're up to a tablespoon by now. Yeah, you are. You absolutely are. Because it's good, and that's what we want to be. I want it to be good. You want your saucing, just like that. But what I will do, I think I'm going to add 1 more jar of some kind of tomato paste or something like that. I'm going to need a little bit more sauce, so I'm going to do that right quick. Okay, guys, so to the already good tomato sauce, we're going to need some more because we're going to be greedy. Because it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. So I'm going to pour a whole nice, the big can. This was 16 ounces? Oh, 29 ounces. Okay, I almost did it wrong. And you're just going to like swirl that in there. Now, because we added so much more sauce, what we're going to want to do is add some more shake it. Let's go back in. Now we added another teaspoon, about a teaspoon and a half. Okay, y'all, so right now I added more shake it, and of course that means I gotta stir more. Okay. Let's see the sauce. Missing something. A pinch of sugar. But if you guys go over to shakeitbygina.com, you should be able to find what you need to hold you over at least until I could get you that spicy. That's why it's kind of annoying that I don't have my own factory to do this stuff. But now this pasta sauce is looking excellent. Looking just like it should. Let me show ya. This thing need help, baby. So we're gonna add a little bit more garlic powder. And I want this spaghetti sauce to be very, very savory, but I do want it to give that comfort, like that little hint of sweet. So at this point, I'm not playing with it. It needs to get where I want it to be. So I'm going to put, that time, a tablespoon of sugar into it. Because sugar is going to create and it's going to enhance the salt or sodium that is in this. It may take you 2 or 3 hours, baby, to get your sauce right. Just know that, even if it ain't homemade all the way. It is still homemade. You're making it at home and you're making it with love. That time that you take and you let your sauce simmer down or whatever, however you want to make yours. Y'all know I like that low and slow though. I like to baby my food. Ooh, I almost got hit with that little bit of, what you call it? Oh, that's because of that. I told you I'm going to do some on top of a cookie sheet. Oh, please. I think it's just about where I need it to be. I want a little bit more pepper. Just regular black pepper is good. Okay, so to it I'll probably add about, let's see what comes out. 1 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. This is where it's going in the direction I'm gonna need it to go in. Like, and I mean, it's good. And when we talk about, you know, being over here with me, and when I talk to you guys about being over here with me on my channel at least, this is what I always tell you guys, learn to improvise. Don't feel like you can't make something unless it's maybe in the baking world. But in the baking world, still, I really feel like there's some improvising once it is perfected. But I think with more of the, for me, just the cooking, it is perfected once you begin to improvise and incorporate your personal touches and things that you like to have in your meal. Like for instance, if you've seen that I done put 2 tablespoons of salt in here, not that I did with this particular, but if you don't like that, then you add 1 tablespoon. It ain't gonna hurt it. But if it's things that you need to add sodas and rising agents, follow the directions. I'm not a baker like on that level, but just follow those directions. So I have just busted out and started making it. Guys, I'm so sorry. I busted out and I started assembling it. And I just neglected you over here. So what we're gonna do, we're going to actually come together. Let's get on over here. Hug me and bring it on. Okay, so now, there we go. We gotta include you guys. You guys are part of this video. I'm gonna name names if y'all act like y'all ain't. Okay, hold on. We got a lot going on today. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna start going ahead and layering. This pasta sauce is, let me show you, I had to bend down, guys. Dang, look. Tea. Chef's kiss. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start layering this pasta so we can go on ahead and have these people eat. Now y'all know I was upset because my cheese is all rotted and I still am. This pasta deserves to be cut a little bit to make it look more pretty when it's cutting it. But there's two ways that you could do this. You could take off 1 inch off of each end of your pasta so it fits perfectly in your pan. Or you could do what I'm doing, which is I'm just kind of lining it up against the wall because the pasta, and the reason why I'm letting it be on here on this, look, hold up. The reason, I had an old mom, I had to do it right or don't do it. And so it takes me longer to cook because I have to put my whole heart and my whole foot and everything in it. So I had to take these piece by piece, lay them on another cutting board to make sure that they stay flat, or at least flat enough to where we could go ahead and get them layered up in there. Because if not, there'd just be a blob of pasta, and I don't think that was the recipe, right? And the reason why you add some pasta sauce to the bottom, about not half of a pan, but a nice amount, is the reason why is because it causes it to not stick down in the bottom of there. So now I'm gonna get a very, very, very sharp little knifey poo. Oh, that is sharp. And I'm gonna just take off the part of the pasta that would be hanging over, just with a little knife. I'm gonna just put that to the side. This is over here. I'll put that over there. Yeah. Okay. This is that deliciousness of a cheese mixture. Okay, y'all, so now that I have put the cheese mixture, the different cheese mixes, I'm going to just kind of pat it with the back of my spoon down into this pan. And I would like if I had even more of this, but that's okay. So yeah, we're quickly adding another layer of noodles. And then you're just gonna top it with the rest of your spaghetti sauce. And I messed up. Oh, I didn't put the cheese in the middle. Y'all, I done messed up on the recipe, but we're gonna keep going. Because when we make mistakes, what do? We'll keep going. What you gonna do? Throw this away and start crying? You gonna keep going. Now, we're gonna take this whole bag of cheese and we're gonna sprinkle it all over, and then we're gonna wait for the family to bring me even more cheese, of course, because I had a whole rotten block. And what I did is I just went ahead and sent it directly back to the store immediately. Instead of bringing something home, don't take it back and throw it away myself. It's not right no more. Can't afford to do it. Okay, so anyway, guys, here is this stuff that is called, hopefully, a masterpiece. So we're just gonna go ahead, and now that we have some more cheese, we're gonna sprinkle that more. Slow it down. Love it. If it was up to me, I would have one more layer, but now I got upset and tired because I had to pause while cooking. That's always irritating. So it's just gonna be what it is. But it's gonna be a good meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven probably for about, I'm gonna have it start at 30 minutes, okay? And then we'll be back to bring it out, hopefully, and let it sit and rest. So I'm just cutting up a little bit of parsley, fresh parsley. So what you wanna do is get you some Italian parsley, which it looks like this here, not hither. Hold on one second, y'all. Because whatever you have and whatever you're cooking and stuff, you want it to be vibrant. People eat with their eyes first. And so, yeah, you always want some greens in there, even if you're not having a vegetable. And then I messed up my topping a little bit, in my opinion, but it is fire because I tasted it. When my family went to trade out the cheese for some that was not moldy, for a $16 block of store brand cheese, for goodness sake. And this means that my family is getting a late meal. But needless to say, continue on checking the expiration dates on the food that you guys are buying out here. And how much parsley you decide to add is totally up to you. All right. But it's good, but you have to be strategic when making, when doing layering. To me, when I'm layering like macaroni and cheese, or in this case, this lasagna or spaghetti, bake or whatever, you just really have to be strategic. As you're layering, you have to put what makes sense with what in there, because I'm going to show you what happened to this meal. I started to scrap this video, but we're going to forge ahead because it's still going to be pure deliciousness. You're letting your lasagna rest. And it is a big pan, and yeah, it's pretty deep. So you got to let it rest up. Okay. How much parsley you want on top of yours is up to you. But like I said, people definitely, they start rubbing the minute they see it. And then if you think about it, while you're eating, you keep on looking up at the food. It's not just that you're killing it. But, you know. Okay, so here's my nice little hearty lasagna, and I'm just going to sprinkle some Italian, fresh Italian parsley all over. Y'all know I'm so tired. And I thank you for your patience too, because this video is going to take a minute to get it edited. You don't even know about it. It's just a thought in your head. Like they said about people with parents. No, you before your parents conceived you. But, okay. So it's all good. And I think what we're going to do is go ahead and cut it. All right, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and dig right on in. Remember I said it's about the layering that you do. And my layering got messed up because I neglected to put it in a certain way. But you know what? It looked pretty good to me. It's hearty. And then it's good and it's cheesy. It's actually looking really, really good. And we'll just go ahead and we're going to serve that with French bread. And no, I'm not going to actually do a taste test because I'm going to just go ahead and eat the whole plate. Good night. God bless.